What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, I'm really excited about this one just because this is the kind of... Okay, this series of beers is kind of what made me start my love for Adroit Theory. So they're out of Percival, Virginia. Actually, is it Virginia or Pennsylvania? I think Pennsylvania. They're in like the DC kind of Pennsylvania area. And I first got introduced from these guys by seeing them off tour, and I forgot which of the Death of Civilizations I saw, but they caught my attention with their can art, and then I got some of their beers in, and I fell in love ever since. So today we're going to be taking a look, another one from the Death of Civilization in Slow Motion series. They came out of 5 different beers within that series. The series started back in 2018 as like this is the namesake of their IPAs. This is the series that kind of started everything for them. So I'm excited to kind of try this one out because we're going to be looking at the third rendition of this one today. So this is the Death of Civilization in Slow Motion 3. So I'm really excited to crack into this one. It's an 8% Imperial IPA with Citra, Motica, Motir, Eldorado, and Azeka hops. So there's a bunch of different kind of hops in here. So I'm expecting some really nice, like citrusy flavors. Of course, Citra, one of my favorite hops of all time, is in this one as well. So I'm really, really excited to drink this one. Of course, this contains lactose, so it's definitely going to give like a nice, pillowy, creamy mouthfeel to it. And I think it's just going to be absolutely delicious, to be honest. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. You guys have heard me rave and haw about Adroit Theory before, and every beer that I've had from them has yet to be short of fantastic. So I'm really, really excited to finally crack open this one. And of course, today, if I'm be drinking the Death of Civilization in Slow Motion 3 beer, I might as well drink it out of the Death of Civilization in Slow Motion 3 glass that I got in. They just came out, these glasses, finally. They were pre-ordered back in March. They finally came in. They started shipping them out to people who pre-ordered, but these will actually be available, I believe, on the website or at the tap house starting once all the pre-orders go out. So if you want to keep an eye on their website, you can get the whole set of 5 for a pretty decent price. I think it was like $90 for 5 glasses, which kind of narrows that to be a pretty good price, to be honest. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open and see what we're getting out of this thing. So let's see what we get on the smell. Oh yeah, very, very citrusy. Definitely getting notes of like orange, mango, maybe a little bit of pineapple in there. Oh yeah, this is just going to be a very, very citrusy juice bomb in my face, and I'm just so excited. Definitely on that kind of, I don't want to say, since it's an 8%, it's not quite sessionable in my opinion. I think when you start getting past like 7.5, going up to 8%, it's probably not sessionable. This is definitely something that you could still enjoy pretty at a good pace, but it's going to be catching up with you really, really quick. So let's pour this guy and see what this guy looks like. I know when I pour it into this glass, you're not going to be able to see it, but I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of description of what this guy looks like. So let's pour this guy in there. There's a nice kind of white pillowy head in there. Oh yeah, that just looks absolutely delicious. Look at that. And head's kind of all the way at the top a little bit, but you can see a nice pillowy soft head. Has a nice kind of orange juice kind of color to it. Nice and hazy, just the way I like it. But the one thing I love about this glass is it wraps around the entire thing. So there's no gaps. It's like it looks like they put a label on there. No, the entire glass is the art on this one, which to me is, it's pretty much like you're drinking it out of the can, but just a nice kind of classy glass on there to kind of make everything that much better of a beer experience. But yeah, super like high notes of mango, a lot of citrus going through. I'm getting like slight notes of like strawberry and melon in there as well. Yeah, this smells absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get into this guy. So cheers, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Oh yeah, yep, absolutely fantastic. So, really, really strong notes of citrus on this one. which is perfect because this is like my ideal style for a nice Imperial IPA. So you're getting a lot of like grapefruit kind of notes, but then you kind of come through with like a nice sweetness with it, because like a little bit of a mango sweetness, maybe a little bit of pineapple. The kind on the nose, the strawberry kind of is the only where you get it. I'm not really getting much berry or melon notes on the flavor itself. Mostly all you're getting in your face is just bright citrus, like orange, grapefruit, and then a nice kind of like sweetness to balance it out of maybe like notes of pineapple and mango. Just a very, very nice, delicious, smooth tropical juice bomb in your face, and that's exactly what I am getting out of this. It's phenomenal. I knew this was gonna be good the moment I took my first swig off it, or the moment I opened the can, because this series is what started it all for Adroit Theory for me. I think Adroit Theory does it the best when it comes to creating a series of beers that kind of tell a story as well. So they have a bunch of different series of stuff that they do, and it's just a lot of them are with like multiple renditions of in that story. So it's like there's series that they have that's 5 or 6 beers in a series. So when it comes to all kinds of varieties, different things you can think of, the can art's always going to be phenomenal from these guys, and you can always expect the best from Adroit Theory. That's what I've come to terms with. But yeah, that's delicious. Absolutely delicious. So let's see what we got here on Untappd. So let's see. What does Untappd say about this guy? Because I'm curious. So, like I said, The Death of Civilization in Slow Motion 3, aka Ghost 943, is an Imperial Double New England IPA, which is an 8% ABV, 39 IBUs, which that's a little bit on the maybe mid to lower tier IBU rating, because there's not really much of like a hoppy bitterness going on in there. And with over 2,370 ratings, this one has an average rating of 4.09 out of 5, which is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good with that many ratings. So their description right here, this is the third out of their dystopian apocalyptic series from 2008, available for the first time in cans. However, is being brewed in the current manner as our IPA soft, pillowy, rich mouthfeel, tropical aromatics, and just enough bitterness. So, yeah, absolutely getting all those notes. Like, very tropical fruit notes on the mouth. Like, super, super pillowy, soft mouthfeel. Yeah, this is just awesome. Yeah, it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. The bitterness kind of catches up with you a little bit after, but overall, I think it's super well balanced to where it's not too bitter, because you're getting enough of the notes of like the tropical citrus flavors, maybe those tropical fruit notes that come in through those hops are kind of making sure that on your palate it's not too bitter, not too citrusy. It doesn't leave like a kind of acidic flavor in your mouth to where it kind of could trigger acid reflux and all that kind of stuff. So let's see what other people had to rate this one. So somebody gave this a 3.75, purchased it at Angel Share Wine and Spirits, which is located in Maryland. Okay, so you can get some of their stuff in Maryland, it looks like. Of course, you can get some of their stuff in Springfield, Virginia, it looks like, over at Total Wine. I know I've seen stuff. I know you could probably get a lot of this stuff in the D.C. area, because they have a second tap house in the D.C. area. But let's see. Somebody gave it a 3.25. This guy gave it a 3.5, saying real sweet, which to me it's not really sweet at all. So I don't know what that guy's getting. But yeah, getting major notes of citrus in there, so I don't know where he's getting that much sweetness from it. This guy purchased it at a place called Ales and Brews, which is like, okay, so it looks like I've seen a lot of beers from Adroit Theory show up with people checking it in over in like Stockholm, Sweden and all that. So that's really cool that the stuff's showing up over there. So I have a couple check-ins I'm looking at right here that are from overseas in like the Sweden kind of countries area right over there. So this guy gave it a 4. This guy gave it a 4.25, 3.75. His comments are at a different length. Let's see what he translated it to. Had an extremely difficult, for even this one is a slight striking Sprite taste. It clears up quickly, so after a few sips it feels very pleasant actually. Okay, interesting. So this guy gave it a 3.75. This person gave it a 4. 4.5. Let's see. This guy gave it a 4, saying he wished he had a glass for this one. Hoppy with some dank notes, but bittersweet citrus juice flavors that lingers on the palate and smooth. Yeah, totally agree. You definitely get a little bit of that dank hoppy flavor. So, which is really, really, of course, something that you expect in a nice Imperial IPA. You're going to get a lot of more like those dank kind of earthy, grassier notes sometimes. Best way for me to describe it, it's like walking through a forest floor with some of the pininess you would get from it. So, yeah, this one's fantastic. Absolutely hits a lot of the notes that I look for when it comes to a nice hazy Imperial IPA. Loads of citrus, loads of just nice smooth mouthfeel. Not really too bitter, not really too like piney on there. So, overall, absolutely fantastic. So, let's start going down our ratings here and figuring out what we're going to do with this one. So, can art. Yeah, I think the can art in this, since they kind of tried to stick with the apocalyptic feel on here, since they're like dystopian apocalyptic series, yeah, I think that can art is just awesome. They always do so much detail in their can art when it comes to telling kind of a story on their stuff. You'd expect to see this on like somebody painted this on here, it feels like. But overall, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Really, really cool. So definitely give this a good solid 5 out of 5. This is exactly what I look for when it comes to can art for me. And it's just like, if I saw this in a liquor store or a bottle shop, this would automatically just like hit a center in my head, like, you need to get this right now. So really, really cool. I know you can actually find some Adroit Theory stuff. I know Lethal was talking about how he's in Massachusetts. I know you can find some of their stuff around. There's a couple liquor stores in the Plymouth area if you're ever over there. So definitely be able to find. I know there's one that Sean always goes to that they have their own like display for Adroit Theory. So that's really cool. They have their own like little section in the liquor store for it. Yeah, but overall this beer is absolutely delicious. So, can art, we gave it a nice 5 out of 5. Really, really cool. Exactly what I look for when it comes to can art. And so, if I got this beer in a flight at Adroit Theory, would I get another one? Absolutely. I would just want to get a flight of, like, every time I go there, I'd want to get a flight of a series, practically. So, if I had the opportunity to go there, have a flight of the Death of Civilization slow motion series, just all at once, that'd be amazing. All kinds of stuff. They have so many different series of beers they do. And these would just, if after tasting each one of them, because I've had probably like, I would say this is my third one from the series I think I've had. Maybe fourth. I think I have one more from the Death of Civilization series that I haven't tried yet. At least maybe one or two. I think I've had all of them besides one. But yeah, all of them have been fantastic. Definitely stuff that I would, after having it in a flight, I'd want to get a glass of each one, to be honest. Just because they're all that good, so. Yeah, I would probably try to get a 4-pack of each one to bring home. That's how much I enjoy this stuff. So, let's see what my final rating on this one's going to be. So, I love the citrus flavors. I love the smooth, pillowy mouthfeel. Definitely has kind of like a creamy note. No oily, really mouthfeel to this at all. Super hazy, super refreshing. Not really too hoppy, not too bitter. So it hits a lot of the notes that I look for with a nice hazy IPA. So I think I'm going to give this one a solid like 8.25 out of 10. Really good. Definitely up there. Something that makes this series of beers enjoyable no matter what you get from that series. It's always going to be a nice, good drinker. You're always going to have the same kind of experience. Nice, hazy, pillowy mouthfeel for a lot of these. Not really going to really taste any booziness to it. You're just going to have a nice, smooth, very delicious hazy IPA, no matter which one you get from the Death of Civilization and Slow Motion series. I think anybody who's a fan of a nice hazy IPA, a nice citrusy Imperial IPA, if you can get your hands on any of the 5 beers from this series, I highly recommend doing it. They're absolutely delicious. So, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Solid 8.25 out of 10. Really, really delicious. And let's see if there's anything else. I think that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. You guys are awesome. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. Help me out a lot. Also, if you're new to the channel, like what you see, if this is your first video watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. We'll let you know whenever I go live doing another review. I do reviews pretty much every single day. So, buttloads of content for you guys to catch up on if you haven't viewed any of my stuff before. But other than that, let's see. If you're looking for a nice social media aspect when it comes to beer drinking, always got to recommend Untappd. They're great people and a great platform out of, I believe their headquarters are out of North Carolina, so it's a great group of people running a great kind of platform. You can go over to their YouTube channel. They do a bunch of like beer podcasts and stuff that I watch all the time. Let's see. The app is amazing. You could it's pretty much social media for beer drinkers. You could check in beers, get badges, kind of get and just shoot the shit with your friends as they're drinking beer. You can find people like me. I know Dixon Cider is on there. Kentucky's on there. Of course, the two Typhons, the Angry Hippies themselves, Lizzie and Sean are on there. So you can find them. Just gotta shoot there. My link to my profile is down in the description below for you guys, or you can go on my Instagram and click on my link tree where it gives you the option my YouTube channel or my Untappd page. So shoot me a friend request on there. I would love to see what other people are drinking as well. Be really cool kind of to see if there's anything I need to keep an eye out for if people are giving high ratings, maybe have my own opinion and put out a review for that. But other than that, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So of course, huge shout out to Adroit Theory. They're an amazing group of people, amazing brewery, amazing beers no matter what I have from them. Also got to give the shout out to Tavor, a great beer delivery service that may not be available within everywhere. I know they're working on getting their shipping methods kind of more out there, but I know you can get, if you're in the areas of like the Chicagoland area, the DC area, I know Dallas, I know you can, I know in a bunch of other spots you can get it delivered to. It's pretty much you got to download the app, put in your zip code, and they'll let you know right away if they can get beers delivered to you. It's a very cool platform out of Washington State. It's a really, really nice. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you again, everybody in chat, for hanging out. You guys are awesome. I must say it like I always say before I get the hell out of here. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Cheers.